Today we are going to draw an owl, and we're going to start in pencil. And I thought owls would be the perfect thing for the fall. I always think of owls as the beginning of the school year and crisp autumn nights. So I thought this would be the best thing to start with. So we are going to draw in pencil. I'm going to draw in Sharpie in a second. So the first thing I'd like you to do is draw an oval. Make it pretty big because this is going to be his head. Then you're going to make the curves for his body. And then we're going to start with the head. So to start with the head, I'm going to do this part now in Sharpie so you can see. Come around, but then make a heart shape or a V shape on the top. So you can do a V first and then come all the way around. So now I have the shape of the owl. To then make it look more owl-like, we're going to draw two circles. 1, 2. Once we draw the two circles, we're going to then draw another circle around it. And now we're going to draw the pupil inside. Now to make it look more realistic, you're going to add two little dots on the top and the bottom, and these are the reflection of light. Now it looks a little strange right now, but if you color, once you color in the pupil, you'll see that the eyes look like they're sparkling. Now, the next step is to draw a curve on the top. Draw a curve, and then we're going to draw a point. So this is our beak. To make it also look realistic, you're going to add a rectangle. That is another reflection of light. Take your time, color in your beak. Now I'm making mine black, but if you want to make an orange beak later or yellow, that's fine. But I think the black kind of goes with this today. Now it looks kind of unusual right now because we're missing something important. We are missing the ears. So I have not actually fixed everything yet. So right now I'm going to trace this and I'm going to come down. So I kind of made it a little fatter there. Kind of same thing. Trace this side, make it a little fatter and come down. So now my owl has a wider neck. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to add the little point for the owl's ears. And that's all we're doing for the owl for this part. Once you've drawn it in pencil, you are then going to outline it just like mine in marker, in a Sharpie. Now, if you're using paint, do not use a water-based marker, meaning a Crayola marker. I'd rather use a crayon or a color pencil, like a black color pencil. If you use marker, it will smear the whole thing, and then you worked so hard for it to be ruined. So make sure you have a Sharpie, and if you don't have a Sharpie, use watercolor. Use a color pencil or a crayon. We're going to use watercolors today, but if you don't have watercolors, that's fine. You can use a color pencil for this, and you can use a crayon. You're just going to follow the steps. It's going to look a little different, but it's still going to look great. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with the eyes. Let's start with the eyes. So we're going to use our watercolors, and we are going to paint the eyes. Now I want to make mine nice and yellow eyes. You can make them green. You can make them whatever you want. Now I have this extra circle around it. I wanted that to be nice and dark, so I'm going to use a black. Use a brown, whatever you'd like. I just thought it would kind of give it like a shadow around the eye. Now, we have a puddle. Make sure you take your paper towel, press, 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 and pull it up. And then it's not dripping all over. Now, we are going to draw his little feathers. You're going to use all different colors. I'm going to start with a red. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to start making little lines coming up. Once I come up, I'm going to start curving them to go around the side of the face. So for now, you're going to work with the shape of the face. Now I work out. Make my lines. And now I'm going to add some more colors. So maybe I add pink. Go in and I start adding pink in those sections. Same thing, lines, all lines. If you're using a color pencil, same thing. If you're using a crayon, same thing. It's just lines, little lines. And you're filling up as much as you can until we get to the edge, and then we're going to start doing the rest of the bird. Once we do the rest of the bird, we're going to start moving towards the body. Same thing, all little lines. The whole bird is going to be little lines in different colors. And this is the abstract part because you would never see a rainbow looking bird like this. Okay. When you get to the ears, you can just color them solid if you'd like. Sometimes that makes it look a little realistic. And if not, you don't have to if you don't want to. Now this owl is kind of half regular owl and half barn owl. So if you want it more barn owl, look up a barn owl and see what a barn owl looks like. If you want it to be more like a woodland owl, look up a woodland owl. So take your time, go slow. I want you to take the whole time, paint the whole picture, all little lines on the bird, and then when you get to the background, you are going to paint the background one solid color. That will make your owl pop up. And try to use a color that you haven't used yet. In this one, you might even want to use black to make it look like nighttime, or you might want to use purples, whatever you want. It could be a night, this could be more like a sunset. So it is your choice what colors you want to use. Now, without the ears, like I said, it does look like a barn owl. If you want it to look more like a regular owl, you would probably get rid of this shape around it. So please take your time, go slow. You can always look up an owl online to see what you like, and then you're going to take your time and do little lines. It can even look cartoony, and then you can make it all abstract. Go slow. When you are done, you're going to take a picture with your phone or with your computer camera. Make sure that you use your picture. Make sure you center it. Take off the live button. And then once you're taking your picture, you will post your image to Schoology under the assignments. This way I can check it out, I can give you a grade, and if you have any questions, you can always ask in the chat, or you can always write in Clever. I cannot wait to see your owls and who created them.